Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a flight on Turkish Airlines from Istanbul to Singapore. Departing way after midnight, we will arrive in Singapore in the early evening, ready in time for a dinner at one of Singapore's famous hawker centers. So let's start the journey at Istanbul Airport. Very good evening from Istanbul Airport. I just got off my flight from Milan on Turkish Airlines. It's a standard flight, nothing to report. I didn't record anything. Transfer in Istanbul was very easy. They just let you through into the terminal right away. And no security, and now I can head straight to the lounge. In case you haven't been to the new Istanbul airport yet, let me tell you it's massive. You can easily walk 20 to 30 minutes from your gate to the central area. The lounges are located in the central area, so let's speed this up a bit. If you have Starline's Gold status like me, you get access to the Turkish Airlines Miles and Smiles lounge. The lounge was very busy at this time of the night. Istanbul is a typical transit airport where a great deal of Turkish Airlines transits are done at around midnight. But even though it was busy, it was not too hard to find a seat, as this lounge is quite extensive. One of the specialties here are the live cooking stations where you can watch your meals being prepared, well, at least sometimes. A thing I really enjoyed about the lounge was the salad buffet, which looked really fresh. You can definitely fill up on vitamins here, which I find to be quite important when traveling. They also had a beautifully arranged tea bar with a great selection of various types of tea. I was quite happy about this since coffee is not my thing, but I would never say no to a tea. After getting something to drink, I sat down in the sort of quieter back area of the lounge to have my meal. About 45 minutes before boarding, the departure gate for my flight to Singapore finally showed up. It was gonna be gate F18. Now gate F18 is located at one of the far ends of the airport, requiring a 13 to 19 minute walk, so I knew I didn't have much time left. So after finishing up my dessert, I started my hike through the massive halls of Istanbul Airport once again. I would consider myself a fast walker, and it took me around 12 to 13 minutes to reach the gate, coming from the lounge at the center of the airport. Boarding was slightly delayed, but soon the passengers were let through the gates. However, upon reaching the aircraft door, it became apparent that the aircraft was actually not ready yet, so the door was still blocked. 1 minute later, the barrier was removed and I stepped into every Afki Extreme, an empty aircraft cabin. This version of the 777 had 49 seats in business class and 300 seats in economy class, and I was told it was gonna be a completely full flight. Economy class came in a 333 configuration, which, considering the width of the 777, was rather generous. There was already a headset on the seat, along with a blanket and a pillow. The headset quality was fairly decent, given that this was in economy class. At least they are over-ear headphones. Other major airlines nowadays unfortunately only provide in-ear headphones, where the sound quality is not that great. While boarding is still well underway, let's check out the in-flight entertainment system. The system design itself was industry standard, but they had a great variety of different movies, including recently released ones. The TV series offering was very extensive as well, of course including some Turkish series. I always like watching programs from the originating country of an airline, so I'll give this a go later. There was also a section with a few episodes from LinkedIn Learning. I had actually never seen this on any airline before, and I thought it was quite interesting. Pushback started spot on time at 2:10 in the morning and the safety video was played. I would describe the safety video as functional, but also kinda cute. After 10 minutes of taxiing, we finally reached runway 36. How did I know this in the dark? Well, I just looked it up on Flight Radar later. While we are climbing out of Istanbul, let's check out the Wi-Fi on board. In business class, Turkish Airlines gives you free access to the Wi-Fi for 1 GB. If you are a status member, you even get unlimited internet. If you are flying economy class, the type of free Wi-Fi depends on your status. Classic members get free texting only. If you don't have free access, there are 3 options to purchase Wi-Fi packages. There is a chat pass for $5, a 100 MB pass for $8, as well as an unlimited pass for $15. The price for the latter one surprised me, since on the Turkish Airlines website they say it costs $35 on long-haul flights. To order a pass, you need to enter your seat number as well as all of your other information. The crew then handed out the menu cards. It is quite unique to see an airline still offering menu cards in economy class, but I thought it was a nice touch and it showed that Turkish Airlines is taking a meal service seriously in all cabin classes. By the looks of it, they were offering 2 meals on this flight, a dinner after takeoff and a pre-landing breakfast. The drink selection was quite nice as well, with cherry juice and wines in economy class. There was actually also an amenity kit which I haven't mentioned before. It was nicely designed and contained earplugs, eye shades, a pair of socks and slippers. The quality was basic, but at least they still provide an amenity kit in economy class. Meanwhile, as I looked outside with the flight heading east, the sun started rising already about an hour after departure. With the sun rising higher and higher, it was almost 2 hours after departure when they finally started the first meal service. I had a vegetable pasta which came with a salad and lentil fava, along with a piece of Ravani cake. The light wasn't ideal for filming, but it was all very tasty and fresh. With the sun now being fully up, I discovered something in the IFE which I had totally missed before. They had outside cameras! How could I have missed that before? Now this will come in very handy for the arrival into Singapore. By now we were flying over Pakistan and soon crossing into India. The rugged beauty of the landscape in this part of the world is stunning in its own way. It was fascinating to see this combination of rocks, mountains and deserts. About 2 hours before landing, the breakfast was served. It consisted of scrambled eggs accompanied by a salad and some yogurt. The salad, as the one before, looked and tasted extremely fresh. I don't know how Turkish Airlines does that, but it's really good. As we were passing by the coast of Malaysia, it was then time to prepare for the descent into Singapore Changi Airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, and dear children, Sir Captain speaking. We commence descent for Singapore. At the local time, we are going to land 1730. According to last weather information, at Singapore, sky is partially broken and 31 degrees. Have a nice landing.
Whenever approaching Singapore, you are almost guaranteed to see thunderstorm clouds towering up close to the aircraft, and today was no exception. What a magnificent sight! But I bet the pilots are less excited about them than I am. While we're watching downtown Singapore appear on the horizon, let me tell you that this is only the first of a series of flights I'm gonna do around Asia, so now is probably a good time to hit that subscribe button. We arrived at the gates 7 minutes before the scheduled unblock time, and I was eager to step foot in this airport, which is my absolute favorite airport in the world. The fun at Singapore Airport starts when you step into the Dread Bridge. I mean, isn't that carpet just beautiful? The whole airport floor is covered in carpets, making it a very pleasant feeling to walk on. Immigration was quick and easy, and after 5 minutes I was out landside. Alright, made it to Singapore, my most favorite airport all over the world. I'm heading to the hotel, it's like an hour away, but before we do that, let me show you something. Welcome to the Jewel. Jewel was opened only a couple of years ago. It's truly fascinating. The first time I've seen it, I was speechless, and it still gets me speechless every time. I mean, look at that. This is a climatized rainforest, but they have everything a normal rainforest has, and actually it's plants from all over the world. And the temperature is quite nice. Also the smell is really nice. The evening progressed, so I started my way to my hotel in Singapore. But in order to get there, I needed to find the MRT first.
So it turns out to get to the train rush, I have to go to Terminal 3. And that means we get to take the SkyTrain.
I still had an Easy Link card from a previous trip to Singapore, so I went to the machine to check how much was actually on it. The Singapore MRT requires a minimum of 3 Singapore dollars stored on a card, so at an amount of $3.09 I was good to go.
Now, here's the thing you need to know if you come to Singapore as a visitor and want to take the MRT from the airport. They actually only accept cash, and there's no ATM at this station, so you need to go to, I think, Terminal 1 or Terminal 2, I don't remember, but there's an ATM somewhere, and it's a long way around, and it is the hard way.
After about an hour on the MRT, I arrived at Orchard Road, which is sort of like an expensive shopping street in Singapore. They have all kinds of luxury brand stores around here. But I was not interested in that. I was more interested in dinner and a good night's sleep in my hotel.
Alright then, made it to the hotel here at Orchard Road. It's quite a nice hotel, quite a nice welcome from the reception. It was a very good flight, the crew was very attentive. There was a lady sitting next to me who had ordered a vegetarian breakfast, but they didn't have it on their list. So the crew member was very apologetic, and then he really went out of his way to find a vegetarian meal for that lady. So I thought that was very nice. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm off on to another flight on Cathay Pacific in business class. So stay tuned.